baby. Hey, welcome back to the Project Frankenstein channel. Well, today I'm going to do something a little different. Still trying to figure out the challenge of how to get this engine past the side. Right now, it's still COVID time, so everything's locked down. We can still go to like Home Depot and those kind of stores, but trying to keep the social distancing. So my buddy has a 79 Bronco, and he lives quite a ways away from me, so I can't go check it out in person. But I thought this was a great opportunity. He shared, it's a 79 Bronco, and the thing hasn't been started, I want to say it was like 15 years or something like that. And so he sent me this footage, and I thought it'd be a great opportunity to show the first start after sitting for so long. So after he starts it, I'm going to be interviewing him also. So the first part of this video will be his starting the Bronco after sitting for so long. And then after that, I'm going to ask him about it and kind of get more of the history and details.
All right, so dragged this 1979 Ford Bronco home. Hadn't been started up for 15 years. Bought it from the owner who owned it for 40 years plus. And what I've done so far, pulled the plugs, soaked the cylinders with WD-40, put the plugs and wires back on, disconnected the fuel line. You want to show that real quick? It's a built-in filter on these carbs, so your only option is just to pull it from the filter, disconnected it, and then we're going to fill the bowl here with some gas. And we're going to try to fire it up. Hold on. A little bit more. Was there fuel? Definitely runs. So you get a little bit more fuel in there. Everything seems to have evaporated. There we go. Fire extinguisher somewhere. Well, she works. She doesn't want idle right now. I'll get a fuel line going into it, and we'll take it from there. All right, here we go. Using this socket here to hold the choke open. Put some starter fluid in it. Starter is stuck. That was fun. See what happens again. Maybe we killed the battery. All right, so we have the choke being held open with this guy. We have a line going to the fuel filter all the way up here. We have the Uncle Tony squirt bottle. We have starting fluid. I put some fuel in this line using the squirt bottle and pushed it through the filter with my mouth, and so it definitely has fuel in there. Spritz of that. We will see what happens. Sounds pretty good.
success?
Boom, baby.
So it was 15 years, right? You said it was
Yeah.
16?
Yeah. So they said 14 to 15. They didn't know exact date or whatever. They had it 39 years, and they bought it a couple years old. So
And you bought it
from
and
their original. Yeah.
from the original owners.
Well, I'm sorry, after 2 years, but yeah, it was a 2-year-old car at the time.
It's crazy. I have to say, the thing that I love the most about that Bronco is the color. That two-tone and the color combination, I just thought it was so cool. That's definitely my favorite part. I did notice on one of the back panels there's a little bit of rust. Has that been a challenge for you? You're in Tennessee, right?
Yeah, this car was local here to Tennessee its whole life. However, I've never seen rust on a car out here like that because we don't usually salt the roads and whatnot.
Yeah.
It is odd, but based on the 2 hours worth of stories I heard about the truck and where it went, where they got stuck and stuff, I believe it just is life. It just, you experienced it, and it pays the price of rust.
Yeah. That's cool. Is that the only bad rust spot, or do you have rust in other areas too?
I don't think there's a solid panel on it without rust.
Oh, really?
So it did undergo one repaint. So that all the paint you see is not original. And I have a feeling when they were prepping it, it wasn't perfect prep or something because it's rusty in weird places that it shouldn't be.
Oh, gotcha. Have you seen is there any like rust on the frame or anything like that?
There's surface, no structural rust. But you could definitely, if you want to find some flakes to pull off, you could.
Yeah. I know that was my biggest worry when I bought Frankenstein because there were so many different rust spots, and I was like, shoot, I just hope it's nothing like serious. And I got pretty lucky in the aspect of like the bed of the truck towards the cab is rusted, the floorboards were rusted through. But in retrospect, I mean, like I'm sure like the rust that you see on your truck, it's really not that big a deal or that tough to fix. Like it's not really that bad, But
yeah, it's so what's interesting coming from the West Coast, buying cars there and then buying them here, is the interiors on the West Coast are almost always shot because they see a lot more sun. There's less moisture, less humidity. So your dashboards, your seats, all of that is usually toast. But your cars are generally pretty solid, like the frames and all that. Whereas out here, it's the opposite. The bodies can rust around it, but you'll open up the door and the interior with a good cleaning is almost good as new or, used interior.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to mesh both if you want the perfect world. Buy a parts car here and a parts car out there.
Yeah. So how much use have you got out of that thing so far?
0. I haven't even tried to drive it away. Because once I know she is a runner, there's a whole laundry list of things to do before you try to go down the block.
Yeah, totally. What do you have any big plans for it, or what are your plans for it in the future?
I don't know. Tinker. I'm not sure, man.
No problem.
I actually posted it to a Facebook group for that year of Broncos, just asking what they thought about it, what it was worth.
Yeah.
And I have a guy who wants to buy it right now in North Carolina. He's like, I'll come with the trailer because he has the matching body color one, but his whole interior is torched, but his body's perfect.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. So you just mix them both.
So if I get sick of it or if, something happens, I may pursue that.
Yeah. Well, the nice thing is that you could still find them around, so you could always get another one. But I love the body style. I think it looks awesome. And again, that coloring, I was pretty impressed. I mean, it didn't really seem to take too much for you to start that thing up, huh? How long altogether would you say it took you?
Pulling the plugs was the most time-consuming part. With eight different socket extension options and seeing what the right one was.
I know that.
They said it ran when they parked it, 15 years ago, and I believe that based off of hearing it run. I don't know
Yeah.
if you saw in the video, but once it does start, you just see all the dust and debris shooting up.
Yeah.
That's how she's alive then.
Yeah, I did. I thought that was pretty cool. The steering wheel I thought was pretty awesome on that thing too. Is that the original steering wheel?
I don't think so. I
Uh,
haven't done the research on it, but if I had to put money on it, I'd say no. But I don't know.
I think they had that. Yeah, they probably did. Well, because I thought I saw a Ford center cap, but that makes sense.
There is, yeah.
Yeah.
But Pet Boys and all them also sell.
Yeah.
For
Totally.
It's cool because it shares so many parts. So when they built those years of Broncos, they literally were taking the F-150s of the similar body style and they were throwing pieces together. So the axles themselves, where the hub where you put the wheel on, they came with two sizes, and there was no choice involved in the size. It was just whatever the factory threw together from F-150 parts. So looking at a sticker and a build sheet, you don't know if it's the bigger one or the smaller one based on what I've researched.
Yeah, it's interesting. Is it? Does it have a 390 in it?
400.
400. Is there anything kind of unique to it that you discovered, or anything that maybe somebody wouldn't know unless they had one that you've discovered from owning it? Maybe that's kind of a tough question, a curveball at you. I didn't give you any prep for it. But.
So, I mean, the hood, under the hood, there's tons of smog stuff, but that's expected with anything that late in the 70s.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it's just a Bronco. It's massive inside. It is like, oh, we could have 6 more kids pile up.
Yeah, I love those Broncos. I like the Broncos and the Blazers, honestly. I think they're such a perfect size. You can take the whole family, and it's fun. They're nice.
You could install a third row if you wanted to, probably.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm sure. And you go fishing, doing all that kind of stuff. Is there any kind of like shout outs or things you want to say for someone to look up for yourself, or any kind of?
No, my wife's the social media presence. It usually isn't around cars.
I really appreciate it. I appreciate you sharing with everyone. I honestly think it's one of the better videos. It's going to get a lot of views just because it's such a beautiful vehicle, and then it's fun to see those kind of things, especially when it's crazy how long it's been since it was started and you were able to get it to start. I just thought that was so cool. But I appreciate you giving us a little bit of the backstory too, But yeah, so thank you. I appreciate it. And that's it. Yeah.
Cool. Love your channel.
Thanks, man.
Boom, baby. Thank you for watching Project Frankenstein. Look forward to getting the engine rebuilt. It's going to be on its way down to Tucson to get rebuilt by Sam, so I'm very excited about that. And then more interviews to follow. This is going to be part of a series that I do because I have a lot of friends that have really awesome cars, and I thought it'd be a great way to show it. Special thanks to Walker for really initiating this and getting it going. Really appreciate him sharing his Bronco and letting us all get to see the startup. So, all right, thanks guys. Have a great day.